Do you have an interest in facility management within the corporate real estate space? Well, if you do, or maybe if you want to know more about this, then check out this video. Within this video, I'm going to walk you through real life career paths and career journeys of seasoned professionals in the facility management space of corporate real estate. You'll see where they started and where they are today. So look, my name is LaShawn Parker of LP Real Estate Consulting, and I want to share with you the many career opportunities that exist in residential, commercial, and corporate real estate. So check out this video, make sure you like it, and also subscribe to this channel. All right, so let's talk about the role of a facility manager. So again, we're looking at career paths and career journeys of real estate, corporate real estate professionals. This is our corporate real estate series. We're looking at operational and management roles and capacities within the corporate real estate sector. So this series or this episode or section of the video is about facility management. So what is facility management very quickly? So when I think about a facility manager, I feel that a facility manager is responsible for the day-to-day operations of a company's space, their physical assets. They're looking and ensuring that the building is safe, that it's functional, that is compliant with whether it's state laws or zoning laws or the lease. They're also making sure that the facility aligns with the organization's needs. So that in a nutshell is what I think about when I think about a facility manager. So basically, they play a key role in space efficiency, emergency preparedness, sustainability initiatives as well, and just supporting the employees, making sure that everyone's comfortable, making sure everyone's productive. So yes, and they also deal a lot with vendors, a lot of vendor management, whether it's janitorial services, landscape services, food services in some cases. So facility management in a corporate real estate setting. All right, so let's take a dive into these career paths of our first facility management career professional. All right, so this particular professional, and you're going to see here, there's a few within the facility management professionals that I chose. They kind of had some non-traditional paths, and I chose them specifically just to show that sometimes where you start may not be where you end up, not necessarily that they're at the end of their career, but just to kind of show some different paths than just a traditional straight path. So this particular professional started out as a process engineer, and they operated in this capacity for a total of 4 years. And then they progressed into a production manager, in which they also operated in this capacity for 4 years. So the first 8 years of their life was more so centered around engineering activities. Now, their third career role was as a director of facility management and planning. Now, this person's profile said they started out in the director level. I'm not sure if they started out as a manager, senior manager, or if it really was a director, but they were in this role and at this company for a total of 5 years, and their title was a director of facility management and planning. Kind of a different switch over or change from engineering, but it's what worked for this person. And they obviously were in that capacity for 5 years, which is a good amount of time. From there, they switched companies and became a director of facility management, in which they operated in that role for a total of 4 years before then switching companies again and becoming a senior project manager. So very interesting. So they went from engineering to facility management to project management. So nice little career flow in terms of real estate so far. All right. And from there, they began working at a brokerage firm. So in my career course, we talk about the different types of brokerage firms, commercial brokerage firms. There's some that are boutique level, some that are global level. This particular company, although I won't list the company, they were more of a large global brokerage firm. And this particular professional was assigned as a facility manager at one of their customers or clients' facilities. Okay. And they operated in that role as a facility manager for 4 years before advancing to a senior facility manager. Now, this is their current role, and they are still with that brokerage firm. And from what I gather, they're still working with the same organization that they were working with. This is something that is common in commercial real estate, even though I know we're talking about corporate real estate, but this is common. Sometimes a company, instead of hiring an in-house, in this case, facility manager, they feel that it's better to contract this role with a third party, which would be a brokerage firm. So this is why I included that here, kind of to make that point, but also to show this person's career path. They started out in engineering for quite a bit of time, for 8 years, before deciding to dive into real estate. And they entered real estate on a facility management level, went over to project management, and then they are back into that facility management role. All right. So this person has been in their career has expanded over a 30-year period. They have a BS in physics, and they don't have any certifications or licenses that are listed in their profile. Now, what I take away from their career is that they've had a long career with consistency and with steady progression, especially once they found their rhythm, right? And I believe this person's rhythm was in the real estate field or in facility management. All right. So good career path, long journey. Definitely doesn't take 30 years to get to that level. But what I gather is they've been in their roles for a fair amount of time. On an average, I would say 4 years, and in their current role for 7 years. So it seems like this person has found their rhythm. They found what they like to do. So definitely a good career path. All right, so the second professional we're going to look at started out. Now, this is a non-traditional path, and I chose this specifically just to show, again, how you can change your mind, how you can advance, or maybe where you're at. If you're in a non-real estate role, how you can kind of still use what you have to make yourself successful in corporate real estate. All right, so this person started out as a store operations manager. Now, this actually is a somewhat of a real estate related role. They were a store manager, and it wasn't just one location. They oversaw, I believe it was 3 separate stores, but obviously under the same brand. And they operated in this role for a total of 7 years. From there, they found a new job at a different company as a facilities call center supervisor. So very different than store operations, which I would say is more on the retail side, whereas a call center is obviously a call center. So this is non-retail related, but it is related to real estate, right? They are in a facilities management role within a call center, and they were a supervisor of the call center for a total of 3 years. From there, I thought this was very interesting that they became an invoice auditor. Now, I'm going to be very honest and tell you, I'm not sure what an invoice auditor does as it relates to their career path, but they were in this role for a total of 2 years before becoming a facilities service manager. Now, what's interesting is they were a facility service manager for over 10 years. Now, if you look and you looked at whether this video or whether you're looking at the long or short version of this video or other videos that I've made about professionals' career paths, it's very rare to find someone who's been in a role for over 10 years. I would say that the average has been about, I would say maybe 3 to 4, if not 2, but maybe just to give some grace, I would say 3 to 4 has been an average. So 10 and a half years in one role as a facility service manager before becoming a regional facilities manager, which they've been in that role for a total of 8 years. All right. So really good career flow in a sense that it appears that they found their rhythm as well. They found something that they like to do. And I believe this person's earlier role as a store operations manager really laid a good foundation for them to become successful in being a facilities manager. By the time you're doing at a regional level of facility management, you really are structured, you're organized, you are demonstrating yourself as a leader in your field. So kudos to that person. Their career journey has expanded over a 25-year period. They also have a bachelor's of science. Their specific major was not listed, and they were not showing any special certifications or licenses. my key takeaways was that there was a gradual upward career mixing up my word, there was a gradual upward career trajectory for this individual over this 25 plus years, and they're very tenured in facilities, as I mentioned. All right. So now we've looked at two different professionals, two different career paths in the facility management space. We see one person really held on to their roles for a good amount of time. Really, what I gather from that is they really developed an awareness of those facilities and probably was the go-to person and is the go-to person for many, many challenges or periods and trends that has occurred within those organizations. All right. And the other person, the first career path that we looked at, again, started out in engineering, in the engineering space, and then evolved over into a facility management position. One of the points I like to make here is in facility management, there are layers. However, I would say that once you're at a regional level of a facility manager, I'm not sure how much further up you were able to go from there. So regional facility manager would probably be one of the highest levels you go to. And if I'm wrong, someone please make a comment in the comments. But typically a regional facility manager is usually going to be like the height of a facility manager. And I would also say that I'm trying to think about facility managers that I've worked with at different organizations. I would say that they have remained at those organizations for a minimum of 5 years and have really become familiar with the facilities and really understand how the company operates and who to engage with for certain matters. And so, yeah, very great, nice career to have. Could be a very long career. And it's something that I believe, I don't think I've mentioned this in other videos, but it's something that would not be fully overtaken by technology such as AI. All right. So facility management. So within this corporate real estate series of operations and management roles, we have one more career category that we're going to go over. And if you're watching the individual episode of this, feel free to watch the longer video in which we talk about all of the career paths within the operations and management category of corporate real estate. I'll see you in the next video. So there you have it, part 2 of our corporate real estate career series in which we walk through real life career paths of professionals. Now, if you found this video helpful to give you a view and a perspective of how to build and grow your career in corporate real estate, mainly beyond, but not exclusive of, but mainly beyond sales, leasing, and property management, then guess what? I'm doing my job. I'm fulfilling my goal and my vision for LP Real Estate Consulting. But look, I encourage you. Before I do that, let me recap. In video 1, we talked about leadership and strategic roles in corporate real estate. And in video 2 that you just watched, we talked about operational and workplace roles. Okay, now this is just the beginning because I'm also going to expand beyond corporate real estate, and we're going to focus on commercial real estate as well as residential real estate. So stay tuned for that. If you like and subscribe to this channel and to this video, you definitely will be alerted when those new videos are released. So please subscribe or share this information with someone who you know may be interested in real estate as a career. Now, I also want to let you know about other resources, free resources that I've created on my website at lprealestatecareers.com. On my website, I have free ebooks that you can download. And there's at least 5 that you could download for free that give you great information about building a career in real estate. Now, again, my focus is on residential, commercial, and corporate real estate careers. Now, I also have a very extensive career course that is available on my website. And in that course, I really take a deep dive into the careers that are available in all of these 3 sectors of real estate. And I don't just talk about the titles, but I also talk about what you'll really do in those roles, how much money you can make in those roles, and what you can really expect. So hopefully it'll help you to be more intentional in building and establishing your real estate career. So look, thank you for watching. Again, Subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more upcoming information about careers in real estate. Talk with you soon.